anyway, I just wanted to come on and see how everybody's doing, check in a little bit. I haven't been doing very many lives because I've had so many things going on. We kicked off the Angels of Abundance course, which has been awesome, super, super awesome. So if you still want to get in on that, let me know. You can start at any time. But the price has been raised. So thanks to everybody who jumped in right away on that first round. It was awesome. We really enjoyed it. So I've been really focused with that. But I wanted to come on today because there's a lot of like fear energy is what I'm picking up on. Even yesterday in the Monday readings that I do in my group every Monday, there was a card that I was talking about like deceit energy or like envy energy. But whenever something like that comes up, we need to look at it as like as our divine guidance is giving us some kind of a little heads up, a little warning. Like I kind of like to look at it more like a weather forecast of, hey, this might be coming, and so you may want to be prepared. It's not, what we don't want to do is immediately go into fear energy. And I think that's what's showing up a lot in the last few days. There's been some really intense energy the last few days. The full moon on the 14th was just incredibly powerful. A lot of people felt that from a few days before, and they're still feeling it now. And on top of that, Saturn's going direct, and then next week I think we have it's fall. So like all of these changes are really big changes that are happening. Okay, so if we go back to the message that I gave at the end of, well, let's see, when was it? The end of May, beginning of June. They were talking about, our guides were saying there's some big changes that are coming in, like we're going to be moving into this whole new energy, this whole new thing. And it's really like, back then they were showing me almost like a canyon, and like you had to jump from one side to the other, and you had to figure out, what am I taking with me, right? Because we wanted to be in the minimal, like only taking the minimal things that we needed to take with us into the new energy, and anything that was weighing us down we wanted to leave behind. That still feels valid. Like we need to move out of fear-based energy. We need to move out of fear-based reactions. And what I was shown this morning was almost like when we have the solstice on, I think it's the 23rd, when that happens, it's almost like what I saw was like a book, like a great big thick, like a big old thick book being closed and put away, and not like put back on the shelf, not put up with the other books, but literally like that's done. Like we're done with that. And so I feel like there's some big changes that are coming. So the one thing I want to say is don't be afraid of it, right? Like everything that we're going through is, there's divine timing behind it. Just tap into that place where you really, really can trust. Just know that God's got this. Like this is all stuff that we need to go through, we have to go through, and it's all about getting ourselves to where we're really living life more heart-centered, and really learning how to merge and blend the energy within us. And right now I'm hearing heal the separation wound. Okay, so this is a little bit different than, my guides are coming in really strong right now. And so there's a lot of healing that's going to be taking place. So if you have anything that triggers you or upsets you or makes you upset or like it puts you in fear or makes you worried or gives you a knee-jerk reaction, just take a minute and look at it and just say, okay, what does this mean? Why am I feeling this way? And just kind of like tap in and be like, wait a minute, is this really real? Because God is love, right? So everything that is in, like, has a love vibration is going to feel that way. But if it feels scary, then there's either something within you that needs to be looked at and healed, or maybe it's just a habit, right? Like a reaction is it's just a habit to automatically go into worry. So whatever that is for you, like just kind of have awareness around it right now. Just know that the energy's crazy, and just do what you can. Like you still have to do all of the regular things. And that's something else I want to talk about too, is like there's a lot of talk right now about moving into 5D energy and how the ascension is happening, and the vibration is different. Like that's all there's it's just, the vibration is just different. But we're still going to have to do all the things, right? We're still going to have to clean the house, we're still going to have to do the laundry, we're still going to have to do our jobs. But the more we can move into a love vibration and really operate from that heart space, And again, you guys, I keep hearing God is love. So as much as you can focus on being in that vibration of loving everything, right? Loving your life, loving the things you do, and trying to pour love into like even the mundane tasks that you have to do. If you can look at those instead of like, oh crap, I got to do this chore, how can you spin it? Right? How can you be like, okay, I'm really grateful that I have a house to clean, right? Or I'm really grateful that I have kids to pick up after. Like just whatever the little chore is, you know, the dishes. Like dishes for me are actually not that big of a deal because there's something about just standing at the sink and doing the dishes. It gives me a minute to kind of zone out. So that's one chore I don't like to do or don't mind doing. However, laundry I hate. So like, so how can you still do the laundry and not be miserable, kind of thing? So just check in with yourself and say, okay, what's triggering me, right? I talked on my Patreon post about how even like I'm noticing little things of it's almost like there's subliminal messages coming at us that maybe we don't realize, but they're kind of creating fear, right? So just be aware of kind of what you're watching, what you're seeing, where you're being triggered, where you're feeling unsafe or insecure, or where you feel like something's wrong, because you want to make sure, is that really the truth? Is there really something wrong? Or is this just, you know, like the nasty mean girl in your head? Or is there darkness trying to trick you into thinking something's wrong, right? So it's not about going into fear. It's about, if there's a trigger, look at it and say, is this really something to deal with? Or is it fine and I'm just reacting out of a habit of being worried, right? So anyway, there's a lot going on. Drop questions if you have any in the comments, and I will talk to everybody soon. I hope you're having a great day.